Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Seahawks going up against the Rams. Now, for the first time since December 24th, 1994, it's time for a Los Angeles Rams home game. And here to call it are our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, the winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And that win is one to build on, and when you have a chance to make it a second win at home, it's something to explode with. Let's see how they come out of the gate.
Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
And he rifles one incomplete. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck, as some guys may have fallen to them, but for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So the Rams call on Johnny Hekker here to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. They'll be led out by a man who's been a Pro Bowler in 3 of his first 4 NFL seasons. From Wisconsin, it's Russell Wilson.
Coming out of college, he graded out A+ in every category you want in a quarterback except height. And that's what moved him to a 3rd-round pick. And we all found out later that was a mistake. He should have been a first-round guy. Now, in 2015, he showed his ability to actually lead a team to victories by being able to throw the football, not just rely on the running game.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
I played college football at the same time as T.J. McDonald's father, Tim. And what a great player he was. T.J. definitely is following in his father's footsteps.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man, complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Good use of the pass there to pick up the 1st down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense. Still 1st down.
So a 1st down and 5 for the offense. Again, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Third down and 12. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On third down, Wilson. Room here to run. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They'll try to run with Rolls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Penalty marker is down here. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They come up in an offset eye. Britt goes in motion right. Another carry now for Gurley. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Goff now looking to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson finding time. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He's got Curse. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Now Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter, John Ryan, to kick it away for Seattle. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown. But when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Out comes the Rams defense now as they get ready for the next possession. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now Wilson down around his goal line. It's caught outright by Graham. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket. that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he's got some space here. There goes Thomas Rawls. A big run that time by Rawls. And even 50 yards. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
So it'll be first down here after the run. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On the run, this is Michael. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kurz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Seahawks defense heads back out there now. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Austin's got it left side. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Here's Goff. And he will find his man. It's Kenny Brent. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. The one running back is Gurley.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's going to get the football. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in Week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawks offense now getting set to go again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. First down, this is Rawls. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They go again with Rawls. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come up in an offset eye. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Goff on third down. Got his man over the middle. This is quick. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it in with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A battle for it here, and this will be caught. It goes as a pickup of 23, and that leads to a Los Angeles first down. Goff on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that's incomplete. Brian Quick, the intended target. And it'll be 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. The Rams are on the bad end of things at home, but will have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Seahawks have been the better team, though, and will try to maintain the lead in the second half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Seahawks lined up at the 5. It's going to be a run play here, and he'll run it in from 5 yards out. They strike first in the half. Seahawks line up at the 26. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and that goes as a 26-yard touchdown. The lead now at 14. Rams have the football midway through the second. Gurley is going to use solid blocking to break free, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Rams trail now by just 7. Seahawks on offense midway through the second. They're going to get to the QB once again. This goes for a loss of 9. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Gott.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
10 yards still left on second down. They come up in an offset eye. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get a hook and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the deep.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Now Hausch get a tack on the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Hausch now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down following the run.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Good. Here we go now.
3. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye.
Green, 39. Mike 5-4. Watch it now, Detroit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught here left side by Brett. And he's brought down. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be a Los Angeles 1st down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So they're going to go for 2.
Leopard. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is gone. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And there's a flag on the field. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's got time. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So 2nd and 10 here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
Still 2nd down.
Wilson on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Here's Goff now on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14.
Detroit!
3rd and long. It's Goff. It's complete to Britt. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a first down as well.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. The one running back is Gurley. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And he'll get it up the middle. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. 3-19. Good.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Goff. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Lance Kendricks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone. But today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They are big, they're strong, and they're extremely athletic. And they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out here in the eye. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Five yards to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Wilson to give to Rawls. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll come out in the pistol. Shift together here from the D-line. Now it's Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Wilson, he'll dump it off to Procise. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. And after that rough game last week, you see the improvement here in this one, no doubt. I thought they might defensively take the blueprint and try to hold him down, but whatever they've tried to do, it hasn't worked as well.
And I think the reason it hasn't worked as well is that they found the gaps between coverage. And what I mean by that is ordinarily, with a player of this caliber and stature, try to make sure you're on him right off the line of scrimmage. Bump him, get him off his route. What he's doing, though, is getting off the line of scrimmage, and before the second guy can get involved in the play, the ball's being delivered. That allows him to get upfield and make even bigger plays.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Wilson on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jermaine Kearse with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, And being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Goff on first down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Watching now, Barney. Watching now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now.
Now a first down throw. Gone. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that leads to a Los Angeles first down.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And credit the tackle to Cliff Averill.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here's Goff now on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So completion on second down, that brings up third.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch twist! Gun! Gun! All right, here we go. Gun! Gun! Gun!
Now Gurley. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Watch it now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up. Here we go. Boom. Landed.
Now Goff on first down. And there's a flag on the play. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact and give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. The slot man in motion right.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now it's Gurley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Detroit!
Play clock winding down. Goff on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So these numbers take me between the ears a little bit here of the quarterback. What have you seen last outing to this that's made this difference?
Look, he digests the numbers. That's not a real issue for him. But more than anything, it's was he sharp mentally? Was he really prepared for the game? Did he lock in on what defenses were going to do? And did he execute? And last week just wasn't his best game. So you just knew coming out for this one, he was going to be fully focused and ready to go.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got Kurz. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And left side here, it's Graham. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Fresh set of downs here. And the D looking like they may blitz. Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
They'll run with Rawls. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And the Rams getting set to go now. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And who else to make the big play to seal this victory but Richard Sherman?
He does have an exquisite sense of timing, doesn't he? He loves the spotlight, loves the big stage, really feels no pressure when there's a big play that needs to happen, and he just did another one right there. Remember when he knocked one away to seal an NFC Championship game against San Francisco?
Yep.
And that was really kind of the big arrival on stage for the rest of the world was that play in that game for Richard Sherman.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. So a two-game losing skid here, Charles. Certainly not the end of the world, but really they need to stop it right here.
They've got to come together as a team. Can't just rely on the coaching staff to tell them to stop. As a team, get together, make up your minds you're going to do things a lot better going forward and end this two-game losing streak.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks ruined the Rams' grand return to L.A. as we say so long from Southern California.